let's just talk today. Some of us, the first time, and this is a car talk, obviously, but it's the only it's the only time I have right now. So I wanted to talk about something that might be a little bit different than what you'd expect. But when you just come into money, I don't always think the best thing for you to do is to start investing per se to make your money work for you. So I'm going to tell you about a friend I have. This friend's name is Darius, and that's not his real name, but I'll just tell you. And Darius went from making about 16 an hour to about $65,000 a year. So leave a comment if you understand or if you've been there. And this is the first time Darius has had money. And I was asking him about it because it's been 3 months in, more money than he's ever made. You know, going from like 700 every 2 weeks to like 1,000 a week, right? As a truck driver. And he wanted to start investing. And my advice to him once I started asking was, okay, so how are you doing? How's the money looking? Because, it's me. I have questions about money. Like, I'm not going to not ask you about money questions and see how you're using it. I'm just not. And so I was asking him these questions, and I was like, how is it? Because, it's been 3 months. Have you been able to have a lot of debt or whatnot? And he's like, it's actually not that. I always had a little bit of debt, but I was able to manage it even though I was making less. He's just like, I'm not where I'd like to be because so many taxes are being taken out of it. And that's when I went into pure business mode. And, his idea was like, but I want to start investing. And I was like, actually, I think you should start a business. And I think you should start a business doing something you already do. And I just wanted to talk about that. Now, I actually think you should start a business investing, right? I think you should start a business where the business is that of investing for passive income, right? If you're going to be strategic about it, I would do that. And specifically, I want to talk about crypto mining at the end. But it wasn't even about that until it was just a business. So a lot of people, when they just start making money, I think the first thing isn't to like have your money make more money and start saving and doing that. I think it's to understand the role of business owners in this country and how we are incentivized to have businesses. We're incentivized so much that legally you can be paying $10,000 a year in taxes and reduce that liability to $2,000, $3,000, or none. This is all legal. This is all through you investing in your own business. And if you combine it with something you already like to do for profit, that's going to be the best use of it. I am the biggest fan of home-based businesses because the tax deductions are so high for things that you're already doing. You can take a portion of it. But for my friend, for instance, let's look at it. I was like, well, if you started, he works on cars on the weekends, right? He does it for friends. He did my car. He does his own car. He does it for other people. If you created a business around your car business, which you're already doing, you're already paying the money for, you're going to get a considerable amount of deductions for what you're already doing. Buying parts, purchasing parts, driving to and from location, access to different people, labor, just so many things that you get natural deductions for as you take in money, that just by doing that alone, and of course these are all legitimate and necessary expenses for your business, and every business is different, so how you say what is ordinary and necessary, you can just write a document and say, traveling is ordinary and necessary for my business, so that's an expense, right? So you define what's ordinary and necessary, and you also define what the profit is. Even if you lose money, you, without having to worry so much about like putting your money here and making it grow, you're already making the money you come in grow. I honestly think that's the quickest and fastest way for everyone to start making money. But I know it's at odds with like, oh, you're supposed to invest in. I actually disagree. I think you should become a business owner. Another passion that this Darius had was that he does models and panoramas and he goes to different conferences. And I was like, you're already spending a large chunk of your money on these models. If you can find a way to make profit off of them, either by selling them once you're done, selling them at these conferences, selling them, or getting ads, doing a YouTube video blog on it, doing blogs about the different ones, doing reviews on the different ones that you do. So a little bit of effort, but you already love doing it. You already love these models. They're like Goku models or something. I think he calls them like panoramas or something. If you know what it is, If you're into anime, you know what it is, right? And I'm like, you can literally start a review. I did this model, and some of the models, when I deign to listen, some are better than others, some aren't that good, some are hard to put together. So literally, you just doing a model and saving people time and money on doing this. Now, you're already doing the models. You already spend money on the models. But now you add the business of a YouTube channel, and I plan to make money through YouTube ads, revenue, and any sponsorships that come my way. All of a sudden, you have a business. You're already paying $300-$400 a month for these models. You're already paying to go to the conferences, but now you get to deduct it, right? So that's an extra $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a year for two of these businesses that you get to deduct. And if it reaches above the standard deduction, which I think is like $12,000, which is actually not that hard to do, especially when you add the home office expenses, right? All of a sudden, those thousands they were taking in taxes, you can start modifying your paycheck to do it. And it was so different because I'm an investor and I invest in a lot of different things. And I swear to God, he was just like, what? Not invest? I'm like, no, because being a business owner in this country is actually way more important than an investor. I don't benefits. You're treated as a different type of citizen, and businesses are the way for something. Businesses are a way. When you have a set job, you can only make so much money. Businesses are the one way to, I think, spiritual to align with what you want. But not only that, it has unlimited amounts of potential. So don't tell me those people who sit there and unwrap McDonald's things making millions, right? Like, who would have known, right? And of course, it doesn't have to be YouTube. Not everyone's comfortable getting in front of a screen. It could be whatever mode you want, just social media. It could be tweets. It could be Twitter. It could be whatever you want and how you get the word out. But there are free mechanisms where you just produce the content around it, where what you're already doing and paying thousands of can literally be deducted legally as part of your expenses, part of research, part of this, part of doing it, part of training, right? So say you work on someone else's car, but you do it on your car first, that could be a training expense that you paid for your car to be able to do it on other cars to make profit, right? List yourself on some mechanics thing, and there you go. This is all legitimate. You can put training and practicing on your own car is a legitimate ordinary business expense with cost of materials and labor having to be accounted for. So, so it was just an interesting thing because I think it might ease the way, because if they're taking $300, $500, $800 out of your paycheck, each paycheck in a year, imagine you starting to get that money back. Because when you get to around 35K, 30K, you actually don't have a really big tax liability. So if you're making 60 and you get enough deductions to make it to 30, right? All of a sudden, those $6,000 a year they were taking out, I would use that money. And that's how I started investing. I started my own businesses. First it was like online selling books, and then it was real estate. But I learned all about, like, wow, you really get a lot investing in my business. You really get a lot of tax benefits, which is great because then the business makes you money. And I was able to take the money I saved because they weren't taking so much in taxes. And that's how I was able to save up to start investing in bigger things. I could have done it the other way, but I think you're missing out on a big opportunity. Now let's get to the second part. What kind of business do you make? Now, if you're smart, invest in a business that makes passive income, right? That could be real estate investing, but I actually wanted to end this call on crypto mining. I've been crypto mining lately, and it is great on and so all of a sudden, and there's different types of crypto mining. The way that I set it up, I have very plug-and-play crypto miners that build the infrastructure and network of decentralized networks. So, for instance, I have a helium miner. Helium is a cryptocurrency that is set up to make an Internet of Things. So, you know those little Lime scooters, like green Lime scooters? Those are low Wi-Fi tech, lower WAN technology, right? And what they need is a system of decentralized different receivers that takes the information so they always know and can track it and work with it and send currency and whatnot. But they need them all over. And so instead of paying for this infrastructure, they incentivize me to have a helium miner. And there's thousands across the country, across the world, okay? Because I paid $300 for it, and I make about $25 a month from it. And so instead of needing to pay for all this infrastructure, all these people are incentivized to have the miner in their house. So all of these LimeWire. So it's the Internet of Things. This is the Internet of scooters, right? But there's the Internet of decentralized Wi-Fi, decentralized VPN. There's all sorts of different things like that. So all of a sudden, we are creating the network. And what you get from that in this mining farm is that not only do you make passive income, but you get to deduct the expense of the miner, right? That's part of the if you're crypto mining. And the benefits is that you're creating an infrastructure where all of a sudden we don't need to pay high prices in order to have these different networks that are completely decentralized and not centralized, because when it's centralized, things can be banned, things can be turned off, things can be hijacked, things can be hacked easier, and so we built out this lower on technology, so all these Lime scooters can get, when you swipe your card or you do it in your app, right, and pay for it, it automatically gets the feedback so it can unlock it. Hey, Kunta. Okay, so what you have is I'm mining. I paid $300 to get $25 back. That is a great return a month. That is a great return on investment. Most of these plug-and-play miners that I do tend to gravitate towards, it's within 8 months you make your money back, and it's pure profit after that. You're building up a decentralized network, and yeah, you get to deduct the cost of the miner. Like there's no losing here. We're going to do is start crypto mining, and I'm actually going to do a masterclass on crypto mining and how to do it very easy, and how not to lose money on it, and be low risk, because it's a bit of an art. So this is the first time. It's the plug and play Internet of Things type of mining, right? You're building out an infrastructure. Another one that I have is making a decentralized VPN all around the world. Another one is making a decentralized mobile phone, so you can literally use their SIM card. They don't know who you are. It's completely anonymous. You can use this mobile mesh system, right? I don't like any of the government overreach. We are sovereign individuals. We're spiritually sovereign. They do not have the right to tell us what to do. The only right and judgment comes from upstairs, but it's another thing. I know we live in the physical 3D, but I really believe in crypto for so many reasons. It's not just it's against censorship. It's against that. It's against people tapping your phones. It's against all of that, right? Your help. Oh, and also one of the miners, you make about $300 a month. It costs about $3,000, but you make $300 a month, right? So really good return on investment. You pay it back within 10 months, and that one's up and going, and that makes a decentralized Wi-Fi networks. And so there's thousands. So all of a sudden, you don't need to have Verizon. You can just go online, get their card, pay for it per byte or per gigabit or whatever, and go like that and have internet wherever you want. And the networks, because they have maps of everything, the networks are completely built out. And I'm also getting a weather station too. There's all these different things. You go into my office, it's like all these different devices, right? But they're all making me money, anywhere from $25 a month to $30 to $50 to $100. Right, and that's the first set of crypto mining I'll be talking about in the masterclass, and I'll go over the ones I like versus the ones I did not like and why I did it, because I've been in this space for so long. And the other type of crypto mining is like the ASICs or the Ethereum, like directly mining, not to build anything out, but to directly mine the cryptocurrency. Now these are cool too, because it's a fine art I'm finding, because I like a deal. So buying these discounted and during a bear market is excellent because then this is the lowest it's going to be. So now it's truly profitable or not. But finding a deal and not getting scammed is an art. Finding it where the price is good and it's not over injected is an art. And finding that fine line between I'm paying this much for electricity, but I'm mining this many coins. Well, if you start a business doing crypto mining, you get to deduct the costs of the electricity. So if you have a miner where it's like it makes $5 a Bitcoin a day, but it costs $5 in electricity, right? And they go up and down, depending on the hash rate power or whatever. And I'm going to teach that in the master class too. So say it's equal, right? During a bear market, which like I said is the best time to do it because it's truly profitable. Well, then you can literally choose to go, okay, well, I can turn my machines off, which is what some crypto mining farms do. But you can be small scale and decide, I'm actually going to keep it. And I'll look at this as I'm mining 150, but I get to deduct the cost of the miners, of the $150 in electricity. because every miner has an electricity cost. And then on top of that, I actually have a backup power system, like a Generac home generator. And I'm going to call them and see about getting solar panels. Because once you get solar panels, and I got a real big sunshine roof, right? Like just tons of sunshine. If you get the solar panels, all of a sudden you're not paying electricity costs. So then it's like, I don't care how much power it is during the day when the power is going back to the grid, I'm getting this deducted off my energy costs. And the beautiful part about that is that then it's not even a condition. You're like, I just mined $5 worth a day, $150 worth of Bitcoin with this one machine, right? And so there's so many really cool. I really like it. I don't know if it's because I like electricity and I like crypto, but it's interesting how you go about it. And some of the miners are really overpriced, and this is how you find ones that are cool world, super easy to set up. I thought it was gonna be really hard. It's not at all. So so I just wanted to talk about sometimes when you get financial advice, and as a friend, right? I'm not a financial advisor, but as a friend, you're like, oh, now that you're making money, invest it. But I would say first become a business owner. Become a business owner, doing something you already love to do. Start getting your money back from your earned income and your tax deductions. So all of a sudden, you either get like $7,000 back during the year, or you do what someone like I do, where I would go up to my HR and go, I want you to modify my deductions to exempt because I'm not paying taxes. I already know. I've been in business for 3 years. I know exactly what my expenses are and how much I invest. And if I have a tax over, I'll just pay it, right? So but secondly, invest in something that is going to make you passive income, right? So then the cost of hardware and whatnot. Now you can do real estate investing, and if you want to consult with me about getting into real estate investing, real estate and real properties are keeping up and outpacing inflation. So you're keeping up with the money, you're getting the appreciation, you're building wealth. So if you want, you can call me for a consultation with that. To talk with me for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I usually post the links below, so I'll put that out there once this finishes because I can't do it now. But also crypto mining and crypto passive income. Hello from Northern Virginia. Crypto income, crypto mining specifically is something that I really think the Black community should get started in, not only because it's an easy way to, I think it's like the easiest and best way for fastest income, and you can start with 300, 400, 500, 1,000, 1,500. And the way that I do it, I'm getting I'm paying $900 for miners that cost, 10,000, but I can get it for 1,000, right? Like, you got to be careful. I had to learn the hard way. Got scammed a few times. I had to do some credit card disputes, but I really found out a way to do that. So, and I also, before I end this, I hope this was helpful. I just want to talk about a new 4-week boot camp I'm doing. It's 4-week crypto boot camp. You're going to learn everything from signing up to exchanges, which software wallets, how to stake, easy ways to stake, passive income, how to use decentralized exchanges versus centralized exchanges, all the things you need to know so you can really navigate in and out of the cryptocurrency market. And if you sign up early, I also have a masterclass, the crypto mining app masterclass. So if you sign up within the next week, you can join the crypto mining masterclass, which will be an hour plus 2 a day. But I'm going to go over all of this and how you can get started with really low cost machines. And I'm going to tell you, everyone is paying a lot more than I am because they don't know what I know. I just have a gift for finding cheap properties and cheap mining equipment, right? And not getting got too much. So I'm telling you, no one else is doing it like this and the way that I've done it, but I highly recommend it. And like I said, I would love the Black community to do it because I think at the end of the day, especially for the plug and play miners, very low electricity, you're talking like 30 watts, right? That's nothing. Your microwave takes 30 watts just by being on, So you're talking about very low electricity, very easy to do. And you're also building out the infrastructure of decentralized items and decentralized things, the Internet of Things. And I mean, at the end of the day, the Black community should be all about things that are outside the government control. and giving us freedom to do what we want without oversight. But I know some of us have been so programmed to think that's why I truly, so it's not just about making money, it's about the ethos, but it's also cool that you're literally helped to build out a new world where they can't tell you what to do, and you can choose to be a part of this network or you can choose not to be. Now, I tell people cryptocurrency is to dollar bills, right? As Netflix is to Blockbuster. Now, if you were smart, you would have invested in Netflix early. If you were smart, you'd invest in cryptocurrency early. You're still cryptocurrency like 90% faster than they adopt the internet, right? So within 15 years, the internet went from like to like everyone has it. They're adopting crypto at a 90% faster rate. So the sooner you invest in it and get your screen, the sooner you're really making generational wealth for your future children and also being legacy if that's something you care about. I do. I actually, my daughter, she has private school, and I was looking at 529 plans because I needed an account to put away like some money each month so that when it's time to pay her tuition each April, I can just pay it, right? And I was going to do a bank account, then I was looking at 529. Now, if you get a state 529 plan, it's really cool because you can deduct up to $4,000 per person. So if you get one for you and for your kid on a 529 plan, any money you deduct that's like 4,000, you get to deduct. You know I'm all about deductions, right? But then I was like, okay, do any of these 529 plans let me invest in crypto? Because I don't even believe in stocks. I made more money in crypto. I put away $200 a month for 3 years in crypto and made $150,000. Like, you can't tell me nothing, right? Like, you can't. I'm still all in. So none of the 529 plans let me invest in cryptocurrency. So I was like, whatever. So I actually have a separate account that I put the money in, and I invest $500 into crypto and Binance Coin. Actually, Binance Coin has always done well by me, and I don't see it. It's the largest. I really like it. I like their chains. I like this and that. To me, Bitcoin and Binance. So it's like 400. It's about 80% Bitcoin, 20% Binance. And to me, I'm cool with that for the next 18 years. Of course, something could happen, and that could happen in anything. But I'm okay with the risk because I truly see this as the future. It's not even, to me, it's not even up for debate. It's just when will it hit, not if it will hit, not at a 90% adoption rate. And so I'm putting that like $500 away just for her tuition, just so like for next year, it's either, we're pretty much at a bottom right now, so it's either going to be here at the same place or it's going to get those jumps that I expect, because every 2 years it does make a big, Bitcoin does make a big jump. In a 4-year cycle, it really drastically increases, but every 2 years there is a new floor. It's usually about, a couple times more, like not like the big, huge exponential spike, but it's usually like 2 to 3 times more. So I am expecting about 60K about next year. So, so that is sort of, I do care about generational wealth, and if I'm going to be doing this and paying for my daughter's private school tuition, my part of it, I want to put it away in a separate account. So that's how much I believe in crypto. I am literally putting my daughter's future in it. But if it works out the way I've seen it work out, that means 13 years doing this. Where do you think I'm going to be, right? So I'm perfectly comfortable waiting those 13 years with Bitcoin and whatever coins I invest in for her. So she has a little wallet that has all of her money that I have, after I buy the coins, I put it on the wallet. And yeah, that's what we do. Generational wealth and crypto mining. And so the good thing is to use crypto mining and real estate. So the next run up we have in Spike, which will be about 2 years for the next halving event, where we have the chart analysis where it really spikes up in the Bitcoin profit, I'll take some out and put that in more rental properties. So they just sort of play off of each other every 4 to 8 years. So yeah, so I'm going to do a 4-week crypto boot camp. It's going to show you everything, like how to get coins when you're banned in the US, how do you get coins, from where do you get coins, because I can't get coins, and I'm in New York. New York said I can't do this, and how to get them off exchanges, decentralized exchanges, foreign accounts, all about staking in the most profitable way. And like I said, if you join within the next week, crypto mining. So yeah, hold on. So if you're interested in the 4-week crypto boot camp, there it is. It'll be 4 weeks, 4 live calls, going over all these process and like literally having you sign up on the best coins and sites and getting downloading the software wallets, you asking questions, me walking you through it. By the end, we all have the wallets, we all have this, we all know how to use them, we all know how to keep track of them. And then same with the staking, same with the mining, and showing you how to get started. And you can ask questions. And there's 2 group coaching calls. And like I said, the bonus class, the crypto mining masterclass, which I highly recommend because it doesn't have, the ASICs aren't that bad. They are loud though. So you got to have a back, you need a back room for them, or a room that you're not in all the time. But man, the money and being able to find these deals and get them for way cheaper, 80%, 90% cheaper than what everyone else is buying from. I am telling you, I figured it out. So I'm about to buy like 3 more for like 900 each today. I'm trying to like do 2 or 1, I don't know. But whatever. So yeah, and then like I said, you make a business out of it, and you get a solar power system, which I'm looking into, because those could be anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000. But the thing is, you can get 26% back in federal credit because of the renewable energy incentives for homeowners. So not only can it help you with your mining costs, which eliminate the cost of mining this crypto, which is going to have long-term, lifetime changing wealth, legacy changing value. But if you're strategic, you can get a deduction for investing in solar power, where you can get a $25 back deduction for, it just works out. It's a beautiful little circle. And whenever I find something in the tax code that's a beautiful circle, then I know this is it. This was made by God. So I am going to let you go on that. I hope to see you guys sign up. The early bird special is for a week. Yeah. Hope to see you all there. I'm going to let you go. Have fun. Enjoy Memorial Day. I love this country, probably for different reasons than you. I love it because spiritually, we have so many spiritual warriors. There are so many things they've been trying to do to this country. And yeah, I know you feel it's bad, but it's actually just as much bad. There's also just as much good. And there's a lot of people who spiritually have kept this country the light. So I know there's some sad things going on, but like even during all the sad things, you have heroes who did the right things, right? So, make sure you be very mindful of what you focus your attention on. There is negative, but there's also positive, and we got to get to a place of neutrality where we can see both working and learn from it, right? And America, this country has a lot of saints. A lot of bad things have been trying to happen, and they haven't because of the strength of this country. And I really appreciate that I was here to help out. So happy Memorial Day to all the veterans. And this country really is great. Don't focus on all the negative. Focus on the positive too. I get it. It's hard for some of you guys, but you got to learn how to be balanced and look at both. All right. So have fun, guys. And thank you for spending your afternoon with me. Bye.